From America to Europe to the Great Pyramids of Egypt, through Kazakhstan, up towards Russia, across to China and down to Australia, the whole world is connected by computers. But how do we go from America to China? How do we send information from Europe to Africa? How on earth do we even send information from Uralsk to Astana? Well, in this video, hubs, switches and routers, we're gonna show you how. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 devices that let you connect computers together. And these devices are hubs, switches and routers. Now a hub and a switch are very similar. They allow you to connect nodes together in the same network. This means a hub and a switch are only used for local area networks, or networks that are in one building. A router connects different networks together. So basically a router connects one LAN to another LAN to another LAN. Let's have a look at a hub. Here you can see our hub, and connected to it are 4 nodes or 4 computers. And let's say we want to send some information from computer A to computer D. Computer A sends this information to the hub, and the hub then copies this information and sends it to everyone else. Simple, right? If computer B wants to send information, computer B will send its information to the hub copies it, and it sends to everyone. This is great because a hub takes data, makes a copy, sends to everyone. It's cheap, it's simple, but it's not secure. Computer A only wanted to send something to computer D, but computer B and computer C saw this message, and maybe you don't want them to see your message. Another problem with a hub is that it wastes bandwidth. With 4 computers, it's not so bad. But if you have 400 computers and you're sending information to all 400 computers, that takes up a lot of bandwidth and you don't want it. So, something else was made. A switch. Before we get to a switch, there's something you have to know. Every person has a name, there's mine, and an address. There's mine too. A computer is the same. A computer has a name, computer A, and it has an address. It's called an IP address, or Internet Protocol address. And it usually looks something like that. Computer A's address is 10.21.133.45. So just remember that. A name and an address. Now, let's get back to switches. Here you see a switch. Here you see 4 nodes or 4 computers. But you will also see that the switch uses something else. It uses a table called a switch table. We'll get to what it does in a minute. Let's do the same thing again. Computer A wants to send a message to computer D. There's its address. There's computer B's address, C's address, and D's address. Computer A sends this information to the switch. The switch takes that information, but it also records where computer A is. You can see in the switch table, it now knows computer A is in 10.21.133.45. So now what happens? Well, the switch doesn't know where computer D is yet. Computer D is not in the switch table. So the switch takes the information, copies it, and sends to everyone, just like a hub what if computer B wants to send a message? Well, computer B sends information to the switch records where computer B is, and then the switch copies the information and sends to everyone. But what if computer C wants to send a message to computer A? Well, let's see what happens here. Computer C sends information to the switch records where computer C is. And remember, C wants to send to A, and the switch knows where computer A is. It checks its switch table. So instead of copying it and sending to everyone, the switch just sends it directly to computer A. So, for a switch, takes data, makes a copy, sends to everyone, but it also adds your address to the switch table. So, if you want to send data and the switch knows where to go, if you're in the switch table, it will send directly to that computer. If that computer is not in the switch table, if it doesn't know where to go, then it's just going to send to everyone. Switches are good because it's smarter than a hub. It can transmit data directly to a computer, and it learns where nodes are. There are bad bits. It's more expensive than a hub, and it can take time for that switch table to learn where everything is. So we've done hubs, we've done switches. What about a router? Now, as we said before, a router connects different LANs together, different local area networks. And here we have 6 different local area networks. These are not in the same building. These are far, far away from each other. Let's say we want to send data from network A to network F. The easiest way would be to go to A, goes to B, B goes to F. Super quick, super simple. But what if the connection between network B and network F is damaged, or slow, or old? Well, maybe sending that information from B to F takes a long time. Maybe it's quicker to go A to B to C, C to D, D to E to F. And maybe that's quicker. And that's all a router does. A router says, if you want to send information from one place to another place, I will try to get you there as quickly as you can. So a router connects different networks, and it picks the most reliable and quickest way to send data